Thank you so much, Lihle. It is true, we are BBT, born before technology. So, Shaya technology, Shaya. Want to say thank you so much to my sister, the visionary Laura. My wife and I will love and appreciate you. And I say, yeah, that's a good time. Good time to do that. But I've got a PhD, so this is not a round of applause. PhD, that means I've passed high school with difficulty. This is not a round of applause for Laura. A round of applause, rounding it. So let's give her a round of applause. Laura, we appreciate you. As I said, when you initiated this wonderful process, giving hope to the next generation of leaders, we always will fly, we do whatever we have to do to be here, and may God continuously give you the strength, the stamina. I see DHL is already in, and my brother Livingston Accenture is already in, so ngiyazama mibra ngiyakuzamela. So thank you so very much. Also want to introduce my first and last wife of 31 years. Please stand up, let them see you. Yeah. And then also have the ICANN international team members, his husband and wife team, Maz, and his wife. Stand up, let them see you, Maz. He's the shortest man in the room. Thank you. Again to DHL, thank you so very much for this partnership. We are looking forward to, it's a good time to clap for sponsors. That's why we're here. It's a good time to clap for sponsors. Thank you. Life is simple, don't complicate it. Here are 5 things that I want to share with you today as we officially open DHL Grad Star 2018. Just the students alone. Please repeat after me. Wow. How. Now. Ow. Pow. Just those 5 things. I have learned as a man, as a leader, as a community worker, that not to complicate life, you need a wow in your life. Out of 5 million sperms going for 1 egg, only 1 sperm with a wow. 1 sperm that says suga noba kanjani, 1 sperm that is focused. That 1 sperm hit the egg, and that's why you're here today. Please remind someone close to you, tell them this, you are not an accident, you made it. Please remind them. Remind them. Thank you. So the mere fact that you are alive, the mere fact that you can come and be counted as one of the 100 great stars, and some of you even today being the top 10 of the finest, all of us must have a wow. But wow people have 3 things. They have a vision, they are passionate, and they take calculated risks. So I want to encourage you young people today, continue to dream big. Remember, the size of your thoughts will determine the outcome of your life. The size of your thoughts will determine the outcome of your life. Continue to dream big. Have a vision bigger than you. Wow. I remember when I was born in South Africa, my mom is colored, my dad is a black man, so I'm a real South African cocktail. But I never allowed that to define me. Even though people define me as half of this, half of that, I knew that if you allow people to define you, they will confine you. Yes, I come from a poor background. In fact, when I was born in a garage. But being born in a garage will not make you a car. Wow. Have a vision for your life. The second thing that what people have is not only a vision for themselves, a vision that is larger than them, is passion. I remember when I was the chairman of South African Airways, I used to look at people coming to work without passion. Have you met people like that? I visit your universities, I see that. In fact, just the other day I was at DUT. It's amazing when you see young people without passion. They remind me of my old South African Airways days. You look at them, it's as if their faces are baptized in lemon juice. No joy, nothing. You say to them, hey, you say, they say, hi, you bastard. Have you met people like that? I have learned, young people, that life is simple. If you want to be a wow person, have a vision. Be passionate about that vision. Because remember, passionate people tend to become compassionate people. The third thing that wow people have is not only a vision. They're not only passionate, but they are risk takers. Unfortunately, in this fourth industrial revolution atmosphere, there will be people who are undertakers. There will be people who are caretakers. But the mere fact that you have made it here today, you showed to us that you are risk takers. Undertakers are part of the package. You have people who are negative. Have you met those people? You say to them, good morning. They say, what is good about this morning? Even when they pray, instead of saying, good morning, Lord, they say, good Lord, it's another morning. Have you met people like that? For some of the adults who are married in the room, even this morning, you looked at your spouse or your wife, you say, Lord, is there a refund here? Those things like that. There will be people like that. But remember, life is simple, don't complicate it. So wow, people have a vision. They're passionate about that vision, and they take a risk. And that is why you understand why I honor my sister Laura here. So the number one thing is have a wow in your life. But number two, have a how. I have learned in life that life or corporates or whoever is employing you will reward you not based on your bills, but they will reward you based on your skills. It is okay to be inspired and motivated, but how is to sharpen your skills. Right now in South Africa, I'm concerned, Laura, I'm concerned, DHL, Brother Livingston, I'm concerned that we are educating our young people to be unemployed. It is not encouraging that we keep on with the NSFAS and all of those things, and yet our young people are not relevant. When they come out of the university systems, they are not employable. Now the disruption because of this revolution of a fourth industrial is creating even more problems. That there are careers that are not even there that you guys need to begin to consider. So how do you make it so that life is simple? Is to sharpen certain skills. 1, your listening skills. 2, communication skills. 3, productivity skills. I have learned in life, if you want to be an effective leader, listen. Mazindo teaches us that there are kind of different listeners. You've got corrective listeners. You've got interruptive listeners. But in life, if you want to be successful, be an attentive listener. I remember a couple of years ago, I left this country and I went to the United States. I was focusing on my business, and the Lord God spoke to me. He says, David, I said, Baba. He says, Kinako, to start looking for a woman. I went like, yes, yes. And then I met this wonderful woman. I remember the approach, Majita approach. When you approach a lady in this 21st century, you don't say things like, when azwagalala. You don't do that. Today, in the days of the Me Too movement, sexual harassment, you got to be careful before it. So the approach must be professional. I remember saying to her, Siswam, can I please talk to you? Obviously, because I'm a man of God, I used the King James Version. I said, woman of God, come hither, and then she came. And when she came, I unpacked. I told her that I'm inhaling and exhaling under the atmospherical composite of this vicinity. But because she was a good listener, she was not impressed by this eloquence. She started asking a question, why must we be together? Fortunately, I'm a pedagogue. I'm a maths and science teacher. I gave her 4 answers, A, B, C, D. A, I told her the opportunity she will have with the potential. Dr. Molapo, where is she today? Deliver, Molapo, deliver. I reassured her, B, I said, the people you will meet. Now she's meeting white people like Laura and Cicely. Service delivery here. And then C, I said, imagine being the wife, not the knife, the wife of Dr. Molapo. And then D, because I'm a teacher, I said all of the above. I'm Shialab. Listening skills. Listen more to the voice of the customer. Those people that are coaching and mentoring you, listen, even if you think you're smarter than them, there's a lot of wisdom. How do you make life simple? Sharpen your listening skills. Number 2, communication skills. It is true that God blessed women with 29,000 words to spare in a day. Abo Mama Lifilo, you are gifted. Women are on the FM station. You just put that FM, a woman, you are blessed. But Mama, you don't have to use all the words in one day. Some of us as brothers, God was a little bit stingy, gave us only 7,000 words to spare in a day. So we struggle in that communication. That's why brothers are on their AM station. Have you noticed a guy, you ask a guy, how was the session today? Great. Who's the patron? A black guy. What did he say? Everything. I mean, the guy's finished. But I have learned that if you want to sharpen communication skills, you need to understand, young people, that communication is not about telling, it's about selling. Continue to sell so that there is ownership. As we continue to build this multicultural and non-racial society in South Africa, let's sharpen our listening skills and let's learn to communicate life, because there is power in words. When someone is sick in the hospital, you don't go up there and say, Chief, you're gone. You don't say things like that. You always speak life, because words are like a balm of Gilead to our wounded hearts. Positive words are like a rose in a sick room. Positive words are like a rainbow after a storm. We need to encourage people, and as we interact, to always watch what comes out of our mouth. It is a skill that we need to sharpen. Not only listening skills, not only communication skills, but how do we do this? Productivity skills. In the workplace, they don't care about who you are, the kind of degrees, what kind of schools you come from. I'm chairman of many organizations. I can tell you these young people, they need for you to deliver the goods. Activity is great, but we need activities that can produce. That's why we call it productivity. Wow. How? When do you do it? Now. I'm getting concerned today that a lot of us are procrastinating. Young people today, when you still have the energy, the time, opportunities like this, we never had opportunities like this. Maximize it, optimize this opportunity. When? Now. Number 4, it's not going to be easy, because the road to your success will always be under construction. There will be ups and downs. There will be potholes. There will be bumps. We're in Joburg. There will be toll gates that are not paid. But whatever it is, there will be bends. But the bend on the road does not mean the end of your road. So all of us will have hours and failures. I remember when I arrived in America, Laura, I couldn't find a job. My first job was this. I was a sanitation engineer. Simple English, I used to clean toilets, but you must make it professional, You must, words are in, you can't say, you clean the toilet. No. I'm a sanitation engineer. You give it dignity, but at least you read it. But I did my work, even though it was filled with I did my work with such diligence, because I have learned, young people, that you do your work as if the only audience is heaven. And as long as you give your best, as long as you excel, God will reward you. I know what I'm talking about. Out of that, I got a promotion. I became a landscape engineer, a garden boy. But I'm going somewhere, And today, look where I am. And if I can do it, you can. All of us will go through ours. But remember, even when you face difficult times, challenging times, remember that tough times never last. Tough people do. Every challenge in life has an expiry date. Because this life that is simple does not mean that it will not take you through stuff. But when you go through stuff, realize that when you fall, don't fall on your face. When you fall on your back. Because when you fall on your back, you can look up. When you can look up, you can get up. And that is why we close with this word, pow. You have a wow, a how, a now, an ow, and today we're celebrating you have a pow. We are proud of you. We thank you for the tenacity you have demonstrated. I know some of these interviews were tough, but you took the initiative. And because of that, we believe in you. We are proud of you. And I know DHL and all the other sponsors are looking forward to exploring possible synergies with you. And don't forget to love yourself and love those that are around you. Love people more than NetBank. Make things happen. Love people more than FNB. Ask them, how can I help you? Love people more than ABSA. Be there today, tomorrow, together now. Love people more than Standard Bank. Don't be a complicated student. Be simpler, better, faster, so that you can move forward. Love people more than Lucky Star. Ikshanga Paga. Love people more than Zambak, because you and you and you and you are the real Makoya. Love people. Love people more than Cremora, because we expect all of you to continue to be on. I can do my part. You can do your part. Together, let's continue to make a difference. We are proud of you, and thank you so very much for allowing us to be a blessing to you, and we are looking forward to greater things. So I declare DHL Grad Start 2018 open. God bless.